Good morning and welcome to Craft with Kathy. Yes, I know it's early, but I woke up this morning and took a look at last night's project and said, it needs a little boost, it needs a little something. I actually did paint the base just using thin down dusty blue chalk paste, just watered it down a little bit and painted it, gave it two coats, and I like the way that it coordinates with this. And of course I could change it any time if I wanted to, but I still am kind of like, it's too dark. Now our board and base also now, as of not too long ago, comes in a white or a black, so you can get either. And I think this probably would have been fine with the white. It would have been light enough, but it just to me seems a little, it needs some cheering up. It needs a little brightening up. So I am going to do a little demo of how to do a drop shadow on an existing project. It's real easy to do and won't take long. But before I get to that, I need to thin down my paste. Oh yes, look at my bright white paste. It's a little gloppy. I've got a lot caught underneath the rim and it's thickened up. See? Not like yogurt or sour cream. It's like a little too stiff. So I'm going to add a little bit of distilled water, and what I'm going to probably do later in the day is actually get my multi-tool and use it to get underneath the lip of this jar, the little rim, and get all that paste incorporated. But for right now, I'm going to get right to work, add a little spritz of distilled water, stir it up, and move along with the drop shadow and show you what a difference it makes. Now you want to stir this up, make sure all the distilled water is incorporated, and we use distilled water so that none of the minerals from tap water interfere with the pigments in your chalk paste. Oh yes, this jar needs a cleanup. So I want to make sure it's not too thin. If I've added too much water, I want to set it aside and let it dry for a few minutes. I'm just incorporating some of the dry paste. I think this is about right. Not drippy, but it's softer. Okay, so let me get on with this. I am going to fuzz my transfer and show you how easy this is to do. Drop me a line, let me know where you're viewing from. I always love to hear from everyone. And oh no, I hope that wasn't echoing all along. Okay, so I'm going to fuzz this transfer, which means I'm going to deliberately put a little bit of lint on it so that it doesn't stick as snugly as it would otherwise. And this is so simple and so easy to do. And I usually like a darker color as my backdrop for my drop shadow, which the dusty blue isn't that dark, but it's darker than bright white. So we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to place the transfer on top of my project and line it up so I could see the chalk paste through the silk screen. And once I have it lined up, there we go. I'm going to move it over to the right, just a smidge, and then down. I don't want too much of a drop shadow. I've got to watch where I'm doing it here. The font for the word little is a little bit challenging. Do that again. I want enough of the blue to show. I don't want to have it totally covered. And how much you displace it determines how much it's going to show. I like the top, I like the bottom. Oh, I didn't like the middle. Okay, now I like the middle. I think this will work. Not too much showing through the enjoy, but a little bit on the edges. We'll see. So I'm just going to apply the paste, get my squeegee, and cover my letters. I want to be careful I don't hit that arrow. I came very close to going over my arrow. The word the little, and then things, of course. As you can see, a little bit of chalk paste goes a long way. I'm going to snag just a little bit for the word things. I want to make sure I have this all covered. Oops, missed the top of my O, the top of my J, and the top of my N. How do you like that one? Okay, let me clean that up. Remove the excess. Grab a little bit more for my word things. And we'll see how it looks. How quick and easy is this? Taking off the excess. Putting it back in the jar. Let's do our peel and reveal. Well, I do think it brightened it up quite a bit. And you could see a little bit of that dusty blue. It almost looks like a gray behind it. So there is our drop shadow. See if that fixes the lighting a little bit. Let me bring it up. See, just a little bit of a drop shadow, and I think it'll go really nice with this painted base. What do you think? Thanks for joining me this morning. Make it a wonderful day. See you soon.